Hi, Celeste.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Tell me what your feelings are. I mean, this is a pretty big deal, obviously. I know you've written other stuff since, but this is your first screenplay to come onto the big screen. What are your thoughts leading up to the premiere here in Quebec?
To be frank, I'm stressed. I'm a little scared. But mostly I'm really excited to share it with the people who live in this city where it takes place, and to show a very particular community that, you know, I spent a lot of my life in, my adult life, and yeah, I just want to share it with everybody. Yeah, it's been a long time.
How would you sum it up if you had to give, you know, the very short Reader's Digest version of Gurov and Anna? What would that be?
I would say it's about somebody whose obsession with a short story derails his life.
And it's interesting you say, because you were studied at McGill, and it's a real academic world which really captures that. Was that part of what you wanted to do? I
didn't really know what other world to set that story in, because it is so much about our engagement with stories. So it just seemed fitting to set it in an academic world, in an English literature department, where it's very easy to blur the line between fiction and reality.
Are you still writing about me?
Yes.
Going from the word to real life and kind of getting that mixed up is, yeah. Do you see that as kind of the primary theme?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about, and it's partly about, I guess, responsible living, and the way that we sometimes read irresponsibly and write irresponsibly, and how that translates into living irresponsibly.
I can't lose her. I just can't. You're dropping everything in your life that's valuable and ordinary. Exactly, it's ordinary.
It's interesting because in some ways, on paper, you could say it's sort of a guy having a midlife crisis, but it's not really that, right?
No, I'm glad you say that, because really, there's an early scene in the film where I try and say, you know, it's our signal to everybody: read past the synopsis. You know, it's not. This movie isn't about a premise.
I understand the Chekhov text. Why did you decide to read it the other night?
I don't know. I guess it seemed important.
It's the perfect short story.
Well, it's interesting because it crosses back and forth in a unique way, too. I mean, if you think of the Sophie Desmarais character, I mean, she's a francophone, of course, but she's writing in English, and she really switches back and forth, right? It's sometimes unclear. She's talking to someone, you know, who's an Anglophone, and she's speaking in French. There's this unique mix-up, which is so Montreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think in this particular story, you can learn a lot about somebody's emotional state based on what language they're speaking, and to whom, and in what moment.
And when she starts swearing in French near the end, we get the idea she's maybe not that happy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even need to speak French to know that she's not happy.
Yeah, that comes across loud and clear. Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot, Celeste.
Thank you.